purpose,
Yeah.
why we're here. What is the difference between right and wrong, other than what we're taught growing up? Where do we go when we die? Well, my name is Jason Karch. Those type of things, I didn't have real concrete answers for those questions, and so I kind of drifted off on my own. Ended up making bad decisions that ultimately led me to prison. I came to prison when I was 19 years old. So there was nobody telling me, hey man, there's a different way to do things. You don't have to live like everybody else. I ended up being associated with a prison gang, and eventually, the agency would put what they call a disruptive tag on that particular organization. And if you become a confirmed member of that particular gang because of the disruptive tag, you end up in administrative segregation. You're pretty much there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with the exception sometimes you come out for 1 hour for a little recreation in another cage. And so, being in that environment, I started to see guys who, would break down psychologically, and now you begin to wonder, hey, at what point is that going to happen to me? And that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
There was one point, at that point in my life, I would, look at somebody and tell them that there was no such thing as God. God was a principle that people use to order their lives, to help them to make it from one day to the next. I never considered God as a person that could pursue you. I never understood God as someone that could love you, relate to you. Being in that situation with that type of mindset, obviously I didn't have any type of hope. I started to kind of experience, I've never been a person to be depressed or anything like that, but I didn't really have an appetite. I couldn't sleep. So now I'm thinking, what is going on? Am I being like everybody else? Am I losing my mind? What's going on with me here? And so I remember at one point, just kind of with gritted teeth, C.S. Lewis said when he came to Christianity, he was the most reluctant convert in all of England. And so I was probably the most reluctant convert in all the state of Texas, because I was like, man, this is something that I refused to acknowledge for years. I had mocked that, rejected it.
Yeah.
And now here it is. I'm at a point to where, with gritted teeth, I'm like, all right, God, if you're real, then whatever is left of my life, I will give that to you. And I was 27 years old, and I began to experience, really freedom for the first time in my life, even though I'm living in a box for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.